Section 2. Signals, signs, and pavement marking. Traffic signals, signs, and pavement marking are used to traffic control to provide a smooth, orderly flow of traffic. It is important to understand and obey them. It is illegal to avoid these traffic controls by cutting through a parking lot or field. Obey all signals unless directed by a police officer. Always follow the officer directions. Traffic signals. Traffic signals apply to drivers, motorcycle riders, bicycles, pod riders, and pedestrians. Red light. At a red light, come to a complete stop at the spot line, or if there is no stop line, before entering the intersection or before reaching the crosswalk, remain stopped as long as the signal is red, unless turns are allowed. Right turn on red. You may turn right while the traffic signal displays a red line. Before turning, you must come to a complete stop. Look both ways and yield the right of way to pedestrians and other traffic. Be sure to check for the less visible vehicles, such as motorcycles, bicycles, and mopeds. You may not turn right on red if signs are posted at the intersection that read "Not turn on red," or if a red arrow pointing to the right is displayed. Left turn on red. You may turn left at a red light if you are on a one-way street and turning left onto other one-way street while the traffic signal displays a red light. Before turning, you must come to a complete stop. Look both ways and yield the right of way to pedestrians and other traffic. Be sure to check for less visible vehicles such as motorcycles, cycles, bicycles, and mopeds. You may not turn left on red if signs are posted at the intersection that read "Not turn on red," or if a red arrow pointing to the left is displayed. Red arrow. A red arrow means you must stop if you intend to move in the direction of the arrow. You may not proceed in the direction of the arrow as long as the red arrow is displayed, unless signs are posted at the intersection that read "Right on the red arrow after a stop," or "Left on the red arrow after a stop." Virginia law prohibits right and left turns and red arrow lights. Flashing red light. At a flashing red light, come to a complete stop and yell to oncoming vehicles and the pedestrians. You may go when the way is clear at a railroad crossing. You must come to a complete stop even if you don't see a train. Flashing red arrow. At a flashing red arrow, come to a complete stop. Yield the right of way to vehicles coming from the other direction and pedestrians in the intersection, and proceed in the direction of the arrow when the way is clear. Yellow light or arrow. A yellow light or arrow are caution warning that the light is about to change. If you have not entered the intersection, stop, or if unsafe to stop, cautiously go through it. If you are already in the intersection, go through it cautiously. Do not speed up to beat the light. Flashing yellow light. A flashing yellow light means slow down and proceed with caution. Flashing yellow lights are at locations with higher than normal hazardous conditions. Flashing yellow arrow. At a flashing yellow arrow, you may turn in the direction of the arrow. If the way is clear, yield the right of way to vehicles coming from the other direction and pedestrians in the intersection. Be sure to check for less visible vehicles such as motorcycles, bicycles, and mopeds. if a traffic light changes from red to flashing yellow arrow while a pedestrian is in the intersection. Allow the pedestrian to cross the street before turning. Green light or arrow. At a green light, you may go if the way is clear. At a green arrow, you may go in the direction of the arrow if the way is clear. If you are turning, you must yell the right of way to vehicles coming from the other direction and pedestrians in the intersection. Be sure to check for less visible vehicles such as motorcycles, bicycles, and mopeds. If a traffic light changes from red to green while a pedestrian is in the street, allow the pedestrian to cross the street before turning. Out of service signals. When traffic signals are not working because of a power outage or other problems and not displaying any lights, you are required to stop proceeding through the intersection as though it were in all way stop. This does not apply if a law enforcement officer or other authority person is directing traffic at the intersection or if portable stop signs are in use. Line use signals indicate lines where you can and cannot drive during different hours of the day. Red X. Never drive in a line marked with a red X signal. Yellow X. A yellow X signal means that you should move out of the line as soon as safety possible. Green arrow. You are permitted to drive in a line marked with a green arrow signal. Left turn arrow. You are permitted to enter in a line marked with a one-way or two-way arrow only to turn in the direction of the arrow. Traffic signs. The color and shape of traffic signs communicate important information about the sign's message. In poor visibility conditions, such as heavy fog, you may be able to make out only the shape of a sign. As you approach a sign, and while still distant, you may see the color long before you can read the message or see the symbol, giving you some advanced information. Sign colors. Sign colors help you know what the intention of the sign is. Red, used with white, conveys stop, yield, do not, and no stop signs. Yell signs, do not enter or wrong way signs. The circle and slash in a no turn sign and restrictions in a parking sign are examples. Black, used with white, conveys regulatory information. A speed limit, do not pass. No turns are examples where the operation is regulated by law and the black and white sign will be found. Yellow, used with black, conveys a warning. Curve ahead, stop ahead, overhead, clearance, slippery when wet are all examples. Specialized class of warning signs uses as a strong yellow-green color with black to advise of school zone activities and other pedestrian activities. Green and white, blue and white, and brown and white signs are used to provide helpful information. The green sign is used to provide destination types of information, while the blue sign is used to inform regarding motorist services. The brown sign is used to advise of historical or cultural interests that might exist in the area. Orange and black and pink and black signs are used to advise and warn in constructions. Orange and in incidents, pink areas. They are used with black and white signs that conveyed regulations that might exist only because of the construction's effort of the accident. Red arrow. flashing red line, yellow light or arrow, flashing yellow light, flashing yellow arrow, green light or arrow, red X, yellow X, green arrow, left turn arrow.